Good evening, you're watching the news on Croatian television. Heavy rains have flooded many parts of the Croatian coast. The hardest hit is the Zadar area, where life has been brought to a standstill. Emergency services are battling the deluge, which has left streets, houses, and public institutions flooded.
All of the emergency teams are out there working and addressing issues by priority. Where we want to protect our hospitals, public buildings, and kindergartens and schools as the school year has begun, all of those children have been taken care of. Given the deluge, we are advising citizens not to drink the tap water. What we are asking citizens who are calling us to understand is that everyone will be taken care of as soon as possible. Our colleagues from Split, Šibenik, and the Lika-Senj County are sending us additional manpower.
Zadar General Hospital has seen some of the worst damage.
Unfortunately, the heavy rains have done the most damage to our intensive care unit. All of the operating theaters upstairs are flooded, so we have abandoned today's operating schedule and improvised one room where we can handle emergency cases. I'm in constant contact with the director of the Zadar Hospital. This is a serious flood, and unfortunately, a large number of rooms in the hospital are flooded. We have made plans to, if need be, transfer all emergency patients to Gospić and Šibenik. As it stands right now, they're all taken care of.
Prime Minister Andrej Plenković and President Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović visited the area today, including Zadar General Hospital.
For its part, the government will offer maximum support. We are just waiting for the damages to be assessed and then for the county prefect to declare a state of natural disaster.
I can't believe that the rain has caused so much damage in such a short time in this area. We visited Nin, which looks like a hurricane passed through it. We are accustomed to seeing these kinds of weather conditions on some other continents.
Defense Minister Damir Krstičević was also in Zadar today, where he announced that the army had been put on standby.
In agreement with the Prime Minister, we have prepared 300 soldiers. They are on standby. As you can see, some of the soldiers with transport vehicles are already here, so we can help in terms of transport, and we have also placed our technical units on standby, specifically machines we can use for cleaning up the drift debris.
Other areas that have been hit by the torrential rains are Šibenik, Beograd, and the island of Ugljan. Meanwhile, emergency services are clearing felled trees and pumping out flooded basements on the Istrian Peninsula.
So far, firefighters from Poreč and Rovinj have been called out for a number of interventions, mostly pumping water out of basements. The rain continues to fall in other parts of the peninsula, but it is not causing any major problems. We are on emergency standby.
Strong winds in the Dubrovnik area today swept a trailer over the Franjo Tuđman Bridge and into the sea. Luckily, no one was injured. The bridge was temporarily closed to traffic, but has since been reopened. After both Slovenia and Hungary announced they would withdraw their support for Croatia's membership of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, President Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović will travel to Budapest tomorrow, where she'll be looking for an explanation from Hungarian officials. Budapest claims the move is in response to Croatia's treatment of the Hungarian oil group MOL and its CEO, Zsolt Hernadi. SDP MP Joško Klisović commented on their reasoning earlier today.
The issue of the treatment of any individual within a criminal proceeding and the issue of the rule of law is such that not just the European Union, but no one democratic country can deviate. Politics cannot meddle in legal proceedings. Today, I truly think we have to advocate for our interests and send a message to our neighbors that Croatia does not accept ultimatums. Because once you get an image of a country that buckles under pressure, then there's no end to it.
Slovenia was the first to announce that it would block Croatia's membership of the OECD over Croatia's refusal to recognize the border arbitration ruling. Speaking for Croatian radio today, Parliament Speaker Gordan Jandrokovic also commented on Hungary's decision to block Croatia's accession to the organization.
It is obvious that the Hungarian side also feels that it can resolve bilateral issues through blackmail. I don't feel that this is a good approach, and we will continue to search for a solution.
Today was the last day for the creditors of the debt-ridden Agrokor concern to submit their claims. A unified list of the more than 13,000 claims received should be made public within 60 days. An audit of the company is also expected to be published soon, which will reveal Agrokor's true financial standing.
By all accounts, this will show that the financial reports were falsified, which means that all of Agrokor's investors will have the right to file charges against the company. And I personally believe that they are just waiting for official confirmation that the reports were falsified. I expect suits to be filed against the country, and that is when I expect the taxpayers will in some measure potentially have to co-finance Agrokor's recovery or its bankruptcy, be that some part of the company or the entire company.
The preliminary hearing in the trial of former HDZ Transport Minister Božidar Kalmeta was held at the Zagreb County Court today. He is suspected of embezzling more than 80,000 euro from the ministry. Ahead of the proceedings, Kalmeta said that he is looking forward to clearing his name.
In this building, there is no room for coffee talk and rumor. The only thing that passes here are well-argumented facts and figures and witness testimony. And all of that is in my favor.
Taking a quick look at sports, the Croatian national basketball team has ended its run at the European Championships after getting hammered by Russia 101-78 on Sunday night in the final 16 of the tournament. In the 8th round of play in the domestic football league, Lokomotiva beat Inter 3-0 last night, while Dinamo edged Rudeš 3-2. Dinamo currently leads in the standings with 22 points, followed by Rijeka and Hajduk with 18 and 16 points respectively. In EBL Hockey League action, Medveščak lost to Hungarian side Fehérvár 4-3 in overtime in Zagreb last night. With 2 straight losses, the Bears will be looking for their first win of the season against Innsbruck on Saturday. And now the forecast for tomorrow. Moderate to heavy cloud cover with intermittent rain and thunderstorms. There could be heavier downpours again tomorrow, especially on the northern and southern Adriatic. Winds will be mild inland with a southeasterly shifting to a southwesterly on the coast. The northern Adriatic will see a northeasterly in the evening. Morning lows of 11 to 16 degrees Celsius in the interior, 16 to 20 on the coast, will give way to highs of 16 to 21 degrees inland, 21 to 26 on the Adriatic. The 3-day forecast for the interior calls for skies to begin clearing on Wednesday when it will be warmer. Thursday will see partly sunny skies and even warmer